Did you ever wonder what evil is? Well, evil is one of these big, heavy words, and it's used by different people in different ways. But let's just assume there's a spectrum of negativity. So evil is at the extreme of negativity. It's evil. So we're going to really talk about milder forms of evil. Negativity, bad. What is that? What defines something as bad or as negative? Well, it's really simple. Evil or negativity is simply the absence of good. If there's a space, and in that space there is no good, then you know that it's something which is negative. And this clarity is very, very helpful in us understanding what is positive and what is negative. And this is the reason why our purpose is to constantly fill every single space, whether it's the space of space or the space of time or the space of experience with good. Because if it's not filled with good, the very fact that there isn't good there means it's something which is negative. Good, as we have discussed, is godly. When there isn't the presence of God or the conscious presence of godliness in a certain place, you automatically have something negative. You know what it's like? It's like a vacuum, right? When we create a vacuum, what does a vacuum do? A vacuum creates a need to suck in anything it can get a hold of. And so the second there's a vacuum of good, that vacuum sucks in whatever it can grab. And what it grabs is something which is negative. I'll give you a very simple example, which I bet you can relate to. There's a saying in Yiddish. The saying in Yiddish is, in a puste kleibt man. In an empty one they collect. That means when you create something which is empty, negativity collects. That can refer, for example, to our thoughts. You ever struggle with negative thoughts? Probably every human being does. Well, what's the solution to negative thoughts? The solution, although not so easy to implement, is to fill our minds with positive thoughts. A busy mind doesn't have space for thoughts to just come in. And when there's no vacuum in our minds because it's consumed, it's busy with whatever it is that we are engaged in, all of the good that we do, the negative thoughts cannot come in. It's when we have the downtime, when we're not consumed with whatever mission and purpose we live for, where suddenly there is space, there is a vacuum. Suddenly that vacuum starts to pull, and it pulls in the last thing we want in our minds. And so this, while it's true for our thoughts, it's true for the world at large. It's true for every moment in our lives. It's either going to be good, filled with godly experience, or it will automatically suck in, through the vacuum of good, negativity. And so, if it's not good, it's negative. And if it's negative, and you want to make it positive, fill it with good. There won't be any room for the negativity.